That's annoying that I didn't get that. Whoa, nice.
Fruity. I farted.
Yeah. In case you didn't figure it out.
Yeah. Good start.
Yes, very good. Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good health. First caffeinated beverage?
Mm.
Had a tea.
Yes.
Oh.
It's very exciting. It's delicious.
It's Annie Mackenzie.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Hi.
How long ago did you break your fast now?
9 days?
Is that it?
Yeah. 10 days.
10 days.
10 days. Like it was was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Friday?
Sounds about right.
9 to 10 days.
I would look at my phone, but it's over there. 10-ish days.
Yeah. No more than 10.
And how many days did you do?
17.
17.
17
This
days.
is the longest fast in this session.
Yeah.
Yes. You, in that way, you are somewhat of a winner.
I am. The fanfare. It is important for me.
Do you just want to introduce yourself a little bit, let the people know who are watching this, who you are, where you're from, and why you decided to do this? Because you know that, and I know that, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
So
Shall I do it to the camera or to you?
maybe a bit of both.
Nice. Hello, I'm Annie Mackenzie. You know who I am. Where am I from?
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 37. I turned 37 on the fast.
Yes, another birthday.
which
2 birthdays
was
on the fast.
Many years ago now. I am half French and half English. I was born in a place called Le Havre in northern France. And then we moved to the UK when I was 2. And I grew up in Grimsby in the northeast of Lincolnshire.
Yes.
And I have a bunch of trauma.
Woo!
Woo! Don't we all? Am I right? So I decided to do... Well, this is my 3rd fast. I have a long and complicated history with my body and with eating disorders and addiction. And I lost my mum. Well, I didn't lose her. She died when I was 4.
She didn't just
She
disappear off.
she's not been lost.
Disorientated.
she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the bell. Goes off every hour and half an hour. Anyway, so my mum died when I was 4. A history of addiction in my family, chaotic upbringing, eating disorders, addiction, blah, blah, blah. And have tried a bunch of healing modalities. And about 4 to 5 years ago, had to leave the room at the mere mention of the word fasting. When
Which
Kia,
was actually here
which
as
was,
well.
in the kitchen over there.
Yeah.
Because it was so triggering. And then over time, working with this man and doing lots of bits of 12-step recovery and therapy, somatic stuff, hypnotherapy, breath work, retreats, all sorts.
The whole healing buffet.
The whole healing buffet, smorgasbord of healing.
Yes.
I have done an 8-day fast, 12-day fast, and now a 17-day fast. And it is the supercharged healing modality. You got some stuff you want to look at? Drink water, lie down, it'll come. Do you want to look? Doesn't matter, you'll look. And so that's why it has been the first 8-day fast was like a waking up, slow. Some bits happened. The 12-day fast was an arrival, and then the 6 months after that were terrible. Wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. Very bad. And then now the 17-day fast is like, oh, life is different. I don't know how yet. I do, but I don't. But yeah, Kia said, it will be weird on the other side. It will be less terrible, but it will be weird.
Yeah.
And so far I can attest to this.
Yes.
So does that answer the question? That was quite convoluted.
Well, yeah, I mean, who are you and why you're here? And that's a fair bit there, yeah. We can use to get going with. But yeah, that was my prediction. And you're still yet to discover how close to the truth this prediction will be. But I think, less terrible, but more weird, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to add some context on what Annie was saying there. Like, as I've talked about a few times, fasting has been a massive part of my own recovery. And it was here when I was talking to somebody else about that, about 4 years ago, when I'd maybe done like two or three by that time. No, it was maybe like 5 or 6, actually. I was a fair distance into the recovery, but there was a lot more fasting for me to do. And Annie and I had become friends maybe a couple of years beforehand, or we're in the process of becoming friends, let's say.
Yes.
Didn't really get on particularly well to begin with for the first year or so, which is hilarious looking back now. We basically share anything and everything. I don't think there's anything I have or would keep from you, which comes to mind. And so, it's hilarious to go from like consistently tense and like difficult and like not really on the same page relationship to like, I have something I must know more about. You are the person I will be sharing this information with so that I may know more.
Yes.
And from like, I don't know you and I don't know what this is and I'm not really sure if I like it.
Yeah.
To like, when are you free?
We must sit with a coffee.
Here's a 15-minute voice note about something that by the time I get to the end of it, I know I'll be somewhat closer to something more useful. And that was an earlier part of our relationship, I guess, when the idea of doing something like this was just not accessible to you at that time. And man, you've had quite a journey to get to a place where fasting can become something that's possible, feasible for you. And I think this is true for quite a lot of people that kind of entertain the idea of it, and it can end up being a kind of last resort thing of like, I've tried everything else that doesn't seem as like, I don't know if difficult's the right word, or extreme, or like vulnerable and committal. Like, it would be awesome if like a few sessions of therapy or like a bit of Reiki or some yoga and a good diet or like some exercise would do the thing. Yeah. But sometimes it just doesn't do the thing. And
not when the thing's so deep in there.
Exactly. For people like you and myself and other people that have been on this retreat, a lot of those things don't barely fucking scratch the surface when in comparison to the power of what this does. And I think, it's true that if you're not in a place where you feel like initially cognitively you could even just handle stepping foot into that territory, which for someone like yourself, where like the idea of food and the abstinence of food and the whole way that fasting is wrapped up in that, it's going to be another step involved in being able to entertain that. And I think that's something that like anyone who has had a history of eating disorders, whatever they are, should consider very carefully. Because, man, I mean, you have now done, you did the first one, joined a fast with me last January. So that was January 2025. 6 months went by, did a 12-dayer in September 2025. Another 6 months have just gone by, done a 17-dayer in May. So you've gone from like, I can't hear anyone talk about this to when the fuck's the next one so I can get on with this.
Get on with it.
Because, I guess you have witnessed through, these back-to-back experiences that it provides an opportunity for change in the body to do things which are just almost impossible in a daily state, or so much slower that it's extremely frustrating. And so how's that been? Like how's it been? How's the last 18 months been leading up to this? And then, because that's what it will have been.
18 months?
Well, it must have been. Well, it's January to January is a year plus another 5 months. is nearly 18 months, 16 months.
Yeah.
16, 17 months, yeah, of like back-to-back fasts. You know, I think maybe before we get into the nitty-gritty of this one, like, could you maybe just talk a bit about like...
Yeah.
Can you even remember what it felt like to be you before that one in January compared to where you are now? If that's too much of a stretch, maybe don't bother.
No, I mean, yeah, I can remember.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I was all of the pain. It was me. I was it. I had an inkling that there was something else going on. But at that point, I had no separation of like self and like so much stuff had happened to me that it was so difficult to separate any kind of, to like know where to begin to unpick that the trauma is not me, but things that happened to me and conditioning. Even I haven't really said the word conditioning until this fast, which is really interesting because now it just feels like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Which is curious because it just felt like it was just me. So I just existed in a pretty perpetual state of anxiety.
Yeah.
Worry, fear of being told off, fear of getting things wrong, mega ADHD symptoms, really like heightened state, and could manage. It was felt like management. And it wasn't all bad all the time. I had moments of serenity and joy, and finding recovery and getting sober was amazing. But like most of it, of my experience of life was tense. And like waiting for the shoe to drop or the next thing to go wrong, or and struggling, like an uphill battle, and like not knowing how it was going to get better. Because I remember thinking that getting sober and finding recovery would be the thing, and then when that wasn't the thing, I was like, oh, I guess I'm really fucked then, because it's helping everyone else. You know, like it was really. I was like, well, I've completed the 12 steps, so surely spiritual awake. Oh no, all right. So weird. And like moments of but there was like just way more. So yeah. And then I remember experiencing like real sort of peace on the last fast, but like confused. It was confusing, the first fast. Because I felt so blocked. Yeah. Emotionally constipated. Didn't really understand what was going on, but thought I'd try it. So I remember breaking my fast before I wanted to because I was scared.
Yeah, I remember you also put like electrolytes in your water on like day 5 or something.
Because I was scared, yeah. Yes, I did. I put some salt in my water. Yeah. Because I felt weird. Yeah. And I barely drank any hot water this time. I was like, I'll just have cold water.
Yeah, I mean, you went out. I mean, I'm just going to say I really don't recommend this. You know what I'm going to say now.
Yes.
But Annie went out for a day trip on day 12. Day 12 of just drinking water. It was part of when there was a change around during the retreat where some people turned up. And they were a lot more energized than most of the other people that were still fasting and wanted to, leave the
compound.
Leave the compound before getting into their fast and go to this river, which is, I don't know, maybe like a half an hour drive away. And Annie was like, I want to go. And I was like, what? And I don't, I think it's important that these processes are empowering as possible for people. And we're very good friends. And so I don't really consider myself in a position to be like, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
But I was like, I strongly recommend not doing that.
And I did it
and Annie was like, but I want to go. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And so, whereas last time...
Went swimming.
Did
a walk.
In September, you got to day 12 and you're like, I've had enough. I've had well enough of this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's change.
That's change.
Yeah. That's being less worried.
It's being much less worried, it's true. But it's weird now because I can't, thinking back to what happened between like January, I remember coming back in January and then before the fast in October, it was basically just like a bunch of dad stuff, and it was really painful. And I remember coming here again to do a film shoot and just being really mentally unwell, but trusting somewhere that there was progress happening.
Yes.
Like wrestling, but it was so hard because it was beginning to really affect my work.
Yeah.
And I'd been holding on for so long, and like work was such a massive part of it. When that started to go, I was like, oh, I'm really fucked. Like I was giving in to this process of change, but it then began really affecting everything. So it was really difficult to get out of bed and to not have this healing be the thing, be the only thing I could really think about.
Yeah.
So then I cared a lot less about things, which actually led me to becoming much better at acting. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I remember that being super up and down, and then clearing a bunch of that stuff in the October fast, stuff to do with my dad. And my relationship with my dad is really different now. And so, but yeah, the 6 months between October and now were hell, and I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Awful. On the floor most of the time, but knowing that it was progressive suffering, even if it was excruciating. I mean, I called you up in fucking States, man.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, relentless, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
Thanks. Childhood trauma really fucks you.
Yeah. I think this is something that's important to mention. Like, there's kind of no going back.
No, there isn't.
And it's similar to a kind of like deal with the devil in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you want to get better, do you? You're gonna have to feel all of it fully again.
Yeah. Because you didn't feel it the first time because you couldn't.
And then you may like pass out of hell.
Yeah.
And back to the real world.
Yeah.
It's kind of different to selling your soul. It's like getting your soul back.
But you have to like...
You want your soul back?
Cross the river Styx into Hades.
Yeah.
Go and find it.
Walk up every one of these steps of the entirety of your life in which all of your past memories that are painful have been stored in your being, and you're going to watch it happen moment by moment. Yeah. And I bet you're really excited to join one of these retreats now, aren't you?
Come on.
Or start fasting yourself. But yeah, I mean, it's what we're really talking about here is the choice. That I think there is a degree of inevitability to it being made at some point. And, well, for some people, they never actually can. But I think if you genuinely really want to overcome your trauma, then like the choice of like knowing that there's a way where you don't have to manage it anymore, or that it's not just going to be management, and that there's a possibility of resolution. I think it starts becoming a difficult choice not to make, becoming more difficult not to make it than to make it. But
absolutely,
it does. There is a choice that you have to make around the numbness.
Getting by.
Once you know that whatever it is, whether it's fasting or some other process of like becoming more conscious of the information. It's like between numbness or going through a process that makes everything conscious as you release it. And that's what fasting does. That's what it does. It makes everything that is no longer of service to the body and the person that is and in which it is preventing the free flow of energy conscious as it brings it to the surface for it to be moved through. And when you have just been in a place like you were talking about, where you don't even know, it's very difficult to discern the distinction between who you are and what the pain is saying. That is a leap of faith.
It is.
It's a leap of faith. And it's going to be scarier and feel like, dipping your toes in as much as you can do. And I mean, for a lot of people, 8 days is a very long time to go without food. But when you're dealing with, a situation like yours or mine, where it's like deep and really significant,
really in there,
embedded trauma that is stored in different parts of the body, then 8 days is a start.
Yeah. It gets some stuff moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, that was enough to like kind of start the engine, but it was still like, I don't really know where I'm going yet. But something's happening.
Something's happening.
And then the September one last year was like, I definitely have this like signs of progress that are undeniable here. And now I have to be conscious of all of the stuff that has been very much buried and I've been numb from, right?
Yeah.
And then like...
So then the 6 months after that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, then it was just terrible.
But it was just terrible.
It was mission survive.
Mission survive.
Survive, mission function.
Yeah.
And
which I did.
Mate. You performed this mission excellently.
Thank you.
Flying colours, A star, fucking some other military thing.
Yes.
I don't know.
Very good.
Medal of Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then this one, I feel like now I am looking at a different person in a bigger way than how you finished both of those fasts. I feel like, you know, your capacity, and in the way that in this fast, we were basically like doing a lot of energy work and a lot of collaborative discussion, as we've been calling it, going into the lab.
Yes.
The proverbial lab to explore whatever the hell is going on.
Yeah, I'm finding so much stuff out. Mind-blowing stuff. We've had some mad conversations where it's like, how did I not...
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah. Now I know.
Yes. And even though, like, sure, man, like, there's more to do.
There's more. Of course there's more.
But I think, you know, what I see is the biggest distinction between when you were starting that first fast and now. I see somebody that has the ability and an access to the ability to discern what is from conditioning and what is not. Yeah. As like enough of you energetically has been liberated to no longer feel like you're just like swimming in a circle of, you know, what does Paul Marty call it? Like the realm of hungry ghosts.
Oh, yeah, exactly. In the realm of hungry ghosts. Yeah.
You're just kind of trying to come up for air. And now I feel like I see somebody that knows what they need to do to make progress. And that's part of why, you know, you finished the fast on day 17. You could have carried on. Yeah. But it's like you met the next aspect of the change and movement through conditioning and adaptation and pain. Yeah. That doesn't require fasting for you to make progress. Yeah. And it's still and that painful. Is a different reality.
Yeah, it is a different reality.
Entirely different reality.
But it's the refeeding process has been more difficult than the fast. The fast was, comparatively, the fast was easy, and it's not fucking easy. Yeah. But because of the conditioning, because of the history I have, because of my still complicated relationship with my body, with the food noise, voice, all that stuff, putting the food back is more frightening than taking it away. And that's where the work is for me. Yeah. And we talked a lot about getting my body to trust me again. And that's going to be the work, which means a bunch of exercise, checking in with myself a lot, doing things that really, really help. And being dedicated to myself the way that I would be dedicated if I had a child.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, but it's like I knew it, but I didn't know it. That the putting the food back, but because everything's so much more conscious now, it's frustrating and sad. Makes me sad. Yeah. But I did know, so I'm not surprised. Yeah. And it just feels more consciously painful, which is useful than last time, which was like, oh no, I'm panicking. Whereas now I'm like, it's going to suck and be hard to put the food back. And that's okay. But I will not stop eating.
Yeah, cool.
And I will not overeat. You know, or I will, and that will be fine, and I'll eat less, or whatever, you know, but like, I'll find my way.
You cannot undo the power of what you've just gone through.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you will keep moving.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is clear and true.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so mad.
Yeah.
I do feel so different.
Yeah.
Weird.
You look different, sound different,
Yeah.
are different.
Yeah.
Weird, yes.
Weird. But we knew that.
I mean, you don't look weird. You look great.
Thank you.
But I can tell that your experience is...
Yeah, it's a weird experience. I'm like...
Yeah, I mean, you're shaking a lot up, man. And, you know, I guess probably also worth sharing about... I think, yeah, the first time that I've seen you go through some of the refeeding process and actually like get some of the real buzz off the changes, right? Like, I don't know if it was maybe day 4 or 5 of refeeding. And he was like, I think I'm going to be awake all night and I'm probably just going to go and listen to drum and bass and like dance around the room because I feel like everything's exploding internally. And I was like, yes, you are exploding.
Yes, you are exploding.
And yeah, that's new.
That's very new.
Yeah.
And I did like loads of shaking.
Yes.
Loads of shaking and dancing. I danced for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Went for a run. That was great. Cycling.
Yeah.
Just couldn't fucking go. Keep going. So exciting.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Yeah. That drum and bass was funny.
It was a fun night.
Yeah.
We got a fire on, got on a Spotify jam, and I was like, I think I got the playlist for you.
It was correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like so much more is going to be revealed when I'm in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That feels true.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like time to go now.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yeah. Leave the bubble.
Yeah, leave the bubble, re-meet the people.
Yes.
See what they see.
Yes.
They might be freaked out. That's okay.
Cool.
They might also just be really excited. That's fine as well.
Yeah.
And see what London in the summer is like.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be very fun.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And do some traveling and do some work and see what that is like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Walk down Kingsland High Street at 2 a.m. See who I bump into. But yeah, it feels like moving is the thing. Moving, doing, not waiting anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing to wait for.
Yeah. It's like you've built enough of the bridge to your past yourself to now like instigate a lot of the actual changes that are long lasting instead of just managing. Like you're in a place now of like, it seems to me is like you have the capacity to experience progressive change that's supportive through your own choices as opposed to being forced into a position of just like, I'm just going to try and survive and manage. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, wow, like you would have probably bitten someone's arm off for that a few years ago.
Oh my God, imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
To have any kind of choice. Yeah. Crazy. I was just like, bleh, the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Developing discernment of what's real. Is there a real threat here? Most of the time, no. So it's such a strange experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does all feel like it's kind of like above me and needs to just go. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take, like we were talking about, it's going to take a bit of walking it into your life of sorts.
Yeah, but it just feels like so much stuff was cleared. It felt like a clearing of the decks. And there's also something about like a willingness for there to be more that I haven't experienced before, because I know there's more. And instead of being like, oh no, I'm like, well, obviously. Cool. But there will be great benefits to this.
Yes.
And then the time for more will be later.
Yeah, I mean, you are just way less afraid.
Yes, I am.
You're less afraid of both this process in principle of fasting, and you're less afraid of what happens during it. And you now know it's very powerful and progressive and supportive. And so it's like seeing somebody being like, aha.
Yeah.
I've fucking got, there's a way here. And seeing you go from like, so many things are difficult and terrifying, and I am doing my best to manage what I can whilst having all of these aspirations about my life and being a talented, creative person, if I may say so.
Thank you.
That has done amazing work anyway, and trying to do whatever you can to like make that work every day.
Yeah.
So like, I am going to get through this.
Yes.
And yeah, I can see that fire in you and that like, yeah, new capacity, which, you know, you've chosen for yourself.
Yeah.
How is it talking about all this?
It's cool. It's weird. It's sort of like talking about someone else, but I know it's me.
Yeah.
But it is me.
Yeah.
And I have done it.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking, and I was thinking about it before when we were talking about how painful all of this stuff is. It's like, oh, who do any of us think we are to think that healing from this kind of stuff is going to be easy? And I think there's something in the zeitgeist, or this sort of narrative of like, I don't know, like comparison, social media, the search for happiness, all of this stuff, that we sort of have managed to placate ourselves into thinking that it's like easy.
Yes,
and you can do some breathing and do some meditating
and
nice things. Do all the nice things.
Yes, forgive and yes.
Spiritually bypass, just forgive. They did their best.
Yes,
and it's
know
like,
yourself as the oneness.
Yes,
and,
and it's like...
yes, I am now a light worker.
Yeah, I'm 60. And I forgive them. I forgive. I don't yet.
Yes.
And I do.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
You know? And I had a moment where I was dancing on the day where I did loads of shaking. And then I did like, put on a sick playlist and danced in the studio for like an hour and a half, where I had a very clear moment of, I forgive myself and I forgive my dad. And I will take it back and I'll give it away again, and I'll take it back and I'll give it away again. But it was really clear, and I burst into tears. And I had a moment of forgiving him and myself. And that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely mega.
Yeah. But I could never have spiritually bypassed it. And if people are doing that, they're lying.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah. And understandable as well, right?
Of course, you don't want to feel pain.
Exactly.
It sucks.
Yeah.
When we've spoken about it, if there was another way.
Oh my God.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is the way. To feel it is the way. And I feel courageous enough to feel it. Now, you know? And always have been, was just scared. But it's like, well, it makes perfect sense to have to feel it all.
Yeah.
The second time.
To burn through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In order for there to be freedom on the other side. But like, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. And yeah, this is something that I feel like it's like when I talk to people about the amount of fasting that I've done, I feel like sometimes I need to make that clear and be like, look, I don't fucking like this. I have never loved fasting. I've never loved it. I've done in the last... I mean, nobody does really, I don't think. And if they do...
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
More than this time.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, yeah, all right.
But it's not like fun.
No. It's not Alton Towers, is it?
It's certainly way... Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is, but just on the inside.
It's a different kind of theme park. Different kind of rides to go on. But yeah, I mean, when you can get the other things right, like the people, the space... you know, to have the things offered like I was offering with energy work and massage, to have sharing opportunities, to have somebody doing a bit of yoga each day, to have decent sunshine exposure each day. Like, these things turn something that can be extremely lonely and really difficult and highly isolating and terrifying into actually, like, I don't know if I should use the word palatable.
Yeah, go, you've said it now.
Feasible experience to not just like feel like you're just suffering your way to freedom, and to turn it into something that's a little bit more beautiful.
Yes, beautiful is the right word. Profound.
Exactly.
There's a profundity.
Yes, great word.
To seeing other people's experience.
Yes.
And being thanked for sharing your own.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And, you know, and bringing a bunch of people together where like some of the people that were here I probably would have met in certain circles and would have crossed paths with, but some people not at all. And to see those people open up and share is like my bread and butter. I'm like, yes, come. Share your journaling. That, you know, because we all have the capacity and the power for that. And as a creative person, I find that deeply moving. And knowing that we all have the capacity for that kind of creation and sharing is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were amazing at this. It was awesome. You are really good at it. You know you're very good at it.
I'm like, a poem, you say? Yes, I've got a poem.
And it is a force of inviting vulnerability.
Yes, I am.
From even the most stony corners of men's hearts.
It's true. I'm like this. How's it going?
If you're not ready to tell me yet, let me tell you how it's going for me.
Yes. Should we sit by this river and talk about our childhoods? Very good. Then they go,
but
I do have some trauma.
But yeah, thank you sincerely for being that person.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know that we talked about it, but just cool to talk about it in this format as well, about like how I do see the possibility of like, you know, how different our journeys have been and how essentially like fundamentally necessary fasting has been to support us in our change. Like, you know, I genuinely don't know, you know, it's taken 190 days of fasting across 10 fasts for me of 14 to 24 days at a time. And I'm still in some pain and discomfort. I have no idea if I'd even got close. I say I have no idea. I doubt I would have even got close to being able to live a normal life again without this specific modality being something that I've become aware of and become familiar with. And I feel like the same is maybe not well, it's different for you.
It's different
because
like, it's
I
not
think
physical.
Chronic physical pain is it's so fucking stubborn.
Yeah.
And the depth of stillness and like peace and recalibration that happens in fasting is actually like allows like the physicality, the necessary physical sort of circumstances to allow that information to leave the body. But I think it would have been so much harder for you and taken way longer as well to even make an ounce of the progress that you've made. And I see the difference in our journeys, how powerful this has been for us, how different we are as people, and yet share a very similar sense of humor.
Yes.
Or certainly a significant amount of crossover in the future, collaborating in the delivery of these things to other people. And as Alan Watts was describing it about prickly and gooey people.
Prickly and gooey.
Yes. If you don't know, there's a great little skit for a great little clip from one of Alan Watts' lectures where he talks about the two categories of people and the way that they see the world from the point of view of philosophy about the universe. And he said, basically, this can be broken down into two categories. There are the prickly people, where everything is about numbers and data and evidence and proof and clarity and X, Y, Z, and 1 + 1 = 2. And then there are the gooey people, who are the romantics, the storytellers, the deeply feeling people, the artists. And he says, of course, the universe and the world is not just prickles or goo. It's prickly goo and gooey prickles.
Prickly goo, gooey prickles.
I think we make
a pretty good gooey, prickly...
prickly goo too.
Trifle.
So yeah, I think probably maybe the next time, or not too distant future, then we'll probably be talking with somebody else together, or planning how we do this in the future, because I'm definitely gonna need help.
Yes.
And
I have help to give.
better to help than somebody who's like also walked the path as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the role of the elder in the tribe, right?
Indeed.
You walk the path, and then you show the way with humility.
Yes, yes.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, man. Yes, necessary ingredient. And yeah, I mean, very difficult for people to want to follow somebody without that, I think, when
Well, yeah,
it
how
can be
you,
so
yeah.
doubtful as to what is actually going to be useful for different people. I think that kind of component of,
Well, there's proof
yeah,
for the people who the doubters, the naysayers.
yes,
It's like, well,
and
I
the
was this and
stories.
now I'm this.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
did
like to
240
come?
push-ups yesterday.
Yeah.
I used to not be able to get out of bed for 4 hours each morning.
Yeah.
And that is down primarily to this practice and my commitment to it. Well, modality, really. It's not really a practice, is it?
Well,
I guess it would kind of be, well, I don't know.
Sort of get better at it, running.
yeah, the body does, doesn't it? Yeah. The
fasting.
most powerful practice of my life that I could not wish more to not want to do.
Would like to go to the cinema and eat
this
popcorn
practice
and
that I have to
M&Ms.
do that I don't ever want to do. But yes. Wow.
Wow. I feel like there's loads more to talk about,
There's
but I
so
just
much.
don't know what to say.
Well, maybe like, you know, I think half of what this has been has actually been trying to capture in some degree our first like meta reflection on the last 18 months for you.
Yes.
Which our version of it is just being like, what the fuck? But that doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't.
This is actually an attempt to go further than what the fuck, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? More dad stuff? More. Yeah. What about the uncles? What about the auntie? Yeah. What about the wives of the uncles? What about the cousins? What about the dead mum and the terribleness? You know, it's like...
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of... Oh, and the stepmom. Fucking hell. And my stepbrother, who's in rehab. I'm going to talk to him. Be like, hey, me too. Shared childhood. You okay, pal? But yeah, lots. So much. What the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I hope this is, an insight at least to something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anything, here's a load more information so you realise how much more you now don't know as well.
Yeah.
You may leave with more questions than you arrived with.
Yes, which is...
That's okay.
Which is fun, actually. This is what good science is about. Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know, to wrap things up, could you maybe just talk about, like, what, you feel overall that you're taking from this, what you're looking forward to from it, what's your kind of, like, what reflections do you feel like you have now? I know there is an element of this being surreal and kind of difficult to tell because you've got, we're still in the bubble of all of it. But, what do you feel excited about? What do you feel has been the main takeaways for you?
Oh God, loads. I suppose off the top of my head that the process is still happening and will continue to happen. And so it's not like did 17 days, then ate some food, go home now.
Yeah.
It's like
take the winnings.
Take the winnings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, well, I even had one of the biggest emotional releases of this entire process this morning after going for a run and touching on some really deep body trauma, pain, shame, disgust stuff, so like that has been trapped in this shoulder, and my shoulder feels more free than it has the entire time. And that's after 10 days of refeeding. So that the process is still happening and will continue to happen. And that's exciting and daunting, but that's okay because I can be excited and daunted at the same time and don't need to be afraid. Hello?
Hello. I think we only just... Can you remember what you were just saying?
I was saying about getting back into the room with my therapist and like making all of this space. I'm now excited to like go back and sift through and like see what's there in those and those modalities too. But knowing that this is the North Star. And with all of the stuff that comes up, then it's like, okay, and how do I integrate? How do I take it forwards? But I guess that's going down another tangent. But I guess the only thing in the way is fear itself. There's nothing to be afraid of. You will not die. Let go of control. Take your hands off the steering wheel and find the people that feel safe to do it with.
Awesome.
I guess.
Mm.
Not everything's out to get you. And healing is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really is.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I guess just my final reflection on that is that, you know, in this instance, we're talking about fasting as the kind of principal modality that's being referred to here within the context of like a supportive container.
Yes.
But it's not, what you're sharing there isn't necessarily actually about fasting in principle.
Sure.
It's about like not giving up.
Yes.
Because so often there is a way. And fear can stop you finding the way.
Yes.
And like for me, I don't care. I wouldn't care. I don't feel precious about fasting at all. I don't care what the way forward is. I don't care what the way out is. I don't care what the work is. Like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, nothing is more important to me in my own recovery than finding whatever the most supportive, effective means are for my genuine progress to a more energetically free and liberated state. And yeah, I think like I just wanted to reflect that, because I think what can happen a lot of the time when you know, people are exploring possible options and like see somebody sharing about something, in this case it's fasting, is to kind of get like transfixed on that idea, or like that, like that's more, the modality is important. And yes, there's a degree of importance to it, but I think what is more important is the disposition of like believing and attempting and not giving up and not being stopped by fear, and just continuing the search for the way forward until you find it. And once you find it, don't give up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit.
The hardest bit is not giving up, especially when it feels like
finding the way.
Yeah, when it feels like there is no way, which it did for me for a long time.
Yeah.
And I have found varying different ways. And now this is the way.
Yeah.
But whatever way is your way is your way.
And full power to you.
Yeah.
And full power to you, man.
Yes! Yeah.
All right, cool. That'll do. Forever how long this was.
Yeah, no idea.
Hope anyone who made it this long, well done.
Well done.
Look forward to seeing you either here or somewhere else, getting what you deserve.
Yes. Very good.
Bye.
Bye.